Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio.
Production.
7 Mile Radio.
Peace, and divine love. This is Tapped In Talk Radio on 7mileradio.com. I am one of your hosts, Osa. We also have our beautiful co-hosts. We have Tanisha. Say hi.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tapped In Podcast. And we're just happy that you chose to join us this evening. And hey, in all things, give thanks. And the weather is pretty bad, but I still yet think it's beautiful.
Indeed. And we also have Champ. Say hi, Champ.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? I'm good. So we about to get into this podcast. What's the topic today, Osa?
Today's topic is friendships gone wrong.
Wrong.
Wah, 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 wah.
To the left.
Friendships. I want to talk about friendships first. We choose our friends. A lot of times we choose friends to be, it's like our chosen family. We generally try to, pick people based off of interest or maybe just a soul connection. But these are people that you truly decide to invest in and, grow with and to love. A lot of times we do, run into situations where, it don't always pan out that way. It don't always stay loving and bubbly. You may have disagreements that come in the mix, or you may have jealousy that may come in the mix that maybe is not exposed right away. Some people may have ulterior motives to their friendships. So it's a lot of things that come in that can be very, very heartbreaking. I know I've experienced this over and over again. I openly share it all the time. I don't have no problem talking about it. But it could be very devastating to love a person, to choose a person, to love a person, and then to experience, a friendship breakup. It could be more devastating than a romantic breakup. So, anybody got any input on friendships just along or how you feel, what a friendship should consist of, or how does that look for you?
Well, see, I think that I have some really good friends that I've been friends with for a long time. And sometimes I think that I don't really give a lot of room for new friendships. Mm-hmm. And that's what I can say about friendships is the loyalty aspect of them, and sometimes how you can feel loyal to them. I've always, that's what I know about friendships. Yeah. And I can pretty much attribute that to people who knew you before you were you, almost. You know what I mean? And knowing that, having that core group of folks who know you for real, all aspects of you and accept you 100%. And so when you know that feeling, when you meet somebody, they don't have that same feeling. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You're not getting that same energy from somebody else. They might not understand that you have a blueprint already for friendship. Mm-hmm. And so, and sometimes it's just our values and stuff be different, and so the friendship can't grow to a certain point. So I never really aspired to really make friendships, so to speak. Mm-hmm. And that has pretty much worked for me. Okay. Because when I have, it hasn't really worked out, right? Because I'm overly trusting most times. So, I'm going to believe face value. You are who you say you are. Regardless, I'm not even going to think twice about it. You know what I mean? And I'm going to help you to that degree as well. So I'm not even going to read into it or think twice about it until you show me something different. And I think in friendships, I can't even call them friendships, when we build in friendship, when we meet new people, when we build in friendship, because these couldn't be our friends if we had fallen out.
Not
right?
yet, no, right.
So I think when you build in that friendship, both parties have to understand the premise of that friendship. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because in my traditions, they don't have to be the same, but they should be understood as such, mm-hmm. right? And so, because you might take it like I'm withdrawn for one reason or another, but I might say, oh, she just had a new baby, or so let me give her some space. But you might say, oh, she didn't call me in 3 days, kind of stuff. But we have different values, we have different understandings. And so a lot of times it's those biases and those misconceptions and those expectations on other people.
The expectations
right. That create that conflict. You know, unrealistic expectations that create that conflict in a friendship and make them go wrong. Almost, it always come down to wrong expectations. Yeah. Whether that be more or less, because we get hurt when people don't act like we expect them to in a good way. Never alone in a bad way when they do some foul shit. You know what I mean? It's like, I certainly didn't expect that, but I expected the best from you. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's hurtful as well when you expect the best from somebody and they show you something totally different. And that's another reason why I don't really get overly involved with people.
Yeah, it's like that's what I was about to say. I prevent myself from being disappointed a lot of times nowadays when it comes to dealing with people by not expecting nothing out of them.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna put you on no pedestal, you know what I'm saying, or you know what I mean, expect me out of you, basically. You know what I'm saying? That way I don't and still people still gonna disappoint, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, people gonna cross you and try to, you know, get out of you. Like, you know, people get to have a motive, right? You know what I'm saying? So some people are only there to get out of you what they can, and then when they don't, now you're the bad guy. They're trying to manipulate the situation to make you like you're the wrong one because you didn't give me what I was here for, type shit.
Exactly. I mean, friends can be narcissists too, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, those are the worst when you have.
And I guess that's my first angle because nowadays, you know, I run into so many opportunists and people that come to want to be my friend for a reason, type shit. You know what I mean? It ain't really about them caring about me as an individual or wanting to be my friend or even knowing me for that smut. You know what I'm saying? It's just I just want to be around because I feel like it's something about you that I can benefit from, which is, you know what I'm saying, it's kind of a thin line because you want to be around people that you can benefit from, but it's like, you know, you got leechers and you got learners, right? If you're going to come around to learn and, you know, help build, then cool, but if you're just here to leech and suck blood out of you.
And that's where discernment
and never reciprocate reciprocate the shit, you know what I mean, the energy, the friendship. The reciprocation,
ain't that the truth? Because you know off the bat if this energy being reciprocated. You know what I mean? Like, you can suppress it, you can make excuses for it, you can blow it off, you can brush it off, but you know if your energy is being reciprocated 100%.
I've had people, you know, look at me as the bad guy because like I don't even see the potential of you reciprocating the energy. So now you expecting
then it's over.
And so you expecting you keep reaching for this out of me, and I'm not even trying to develop this attachment with you. And now I'm wrong because, you know, I don't even want to put you in that position because I'm going to be disappointed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm trying to you good where you at type shit. You don't need to get no close. You don't need to be all. Yeah, because then now all of them unrealistic expectations start to happen, right? Because people, like, just now in business, right? Just all of us are entrepreneurs for the most part, right? So now they try to use that friendship as leverage to get whatever the fuck out of you. And they don't even got to apply to business. That you ain't even got to be a business owner. They just try to use that friendship as leverage to get out of you whatever the hell they want to, you know, what they see.
Preach.
Even if it's just information. People will manipulate you for information. Yeah. Like, it's the Google, it's free. Yeah. You look it up yourself while you act. You know, the people manipulate you for just your intelligence almost.
Yeah.
Your energy, your spirit. People manipulate you for anything they can, and not because, you know, and I'm making a general statement, but that's just the spirit they have. You know, they have that spirit to just get what I can get from whoever I can get it from, as soon as and whenever I can get it, and they never grow past that angle of, okay, well, you know, that short what do they call it? Short-sightedness. They never have developed any long-sightedness with another person because they always just want to get what they can get quick. They never see the big picture.
It's like those are like 3D minded people though. You know, they're so fixed on how it looks, you know, so like they see you thriving and doing whatever you're doing. So, you know, how did you get what you got? So then they, you know, people would befriend you just to study you. Right. You know, to try to understand. I was just
about to say, picture I'm KFC, right? People that come to me and ask me, hey, what are the 11 herbs and spices that you put in your chicken? They don't want to buy the chicken for me. Like that. Like, I don't want you to come up off of me. I want to come up off of you. Because you know, like
that instant gratification.
Like, man,
that instant gratification.
I want to be you, and I want to be the one selling chicken that tastes just like yours because you got some good chicken.
What's your formula?
Champ.
He just been sitting back absorbing.
Waiting on the whole invite.
No, I wasn't waiting on the
conversation, Champ.
I'm taking everything collectively. You know, I just look at human beings, period. We are social beings. And we all search for acceptance. I don't care who you are. If you're outrovert, introvert, you search for acceptance. And we search for that acceptance in certain areas pertaining to your attributes and who you are, right? So when we talk about being friends, there's our different dynamics of friendships. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, we got the cliche friends for a season. You know what I'm saying? Then we have best friends. Then we have our 9 to 2 hanging buddy friends. Then we have our work friends. You know what I'm saying? So we have all different areas of friends. And they should be treated as such.
Yeah, put people in their places, right? You gotta put people.
No. I don't put nobody in their place.
Shit.
That's what you gotta do.
You good when you over here. That's what I'm just saying. You good where you at. I don't need you.
Work. You good when you at work.
Yeah.
What I'm
I
saying
don't
is,
need you in this circle. Stay in the circle where you at. I don't need you all in the where you want to be.
You good at
as
the
close to
party.
me as you want
Don't
to
talk
be.
to me if we not at the party. Like, no, we not good like that. If it's a party, we going. But other than that,
this is what I'm saying
no.
is, I don't put people in places, right? They put their self in places.
Okay.
And that's when
Okay,
I
all right, Champ. We got
Either
sometimes
way,
we
they
just gotta
gotta-
let
they
Champ
gotta
talk
shift around,
sometimes.
right?
Sometimes we just gotta let Champ damn talk. That's what it
He
is.
like this. Like, Champ, what Champ about to say?
So, I was watching the interview from DMX, and most of y'all didn't see it, where he was like, I trust everybody. I trust everybody to who they are. If they a thief, I trust them as
That's
being a
right.
thief, right?
I like that
As
one
you
too.
are, yeah.
So, right? Are y'all
That's
gonna,
what I'm saying.
Are you gonna befriend a thief?
Perhaps. Maybe they boost.
If
No,
they-
I should know.
if he shows up-
will
They are
you
in my
befriend a
friend
thief?
If the thief shows up true to who they are and they don't put on a mask,
See,
I'll accept you as
can't
you
judge
are.
people like that. No,
And-
that's not.
and
That's
see,
not okay.
that's to me that's like a gift
But
from the
see,
curse.
I gotta trust you to be a thief now, though. Like,
Yeah,
cause
but I know you're a
I
thief.
bring you in. I gotta
So
trust
so
that
then
you might steal
you
some
develop
shit from me.
boundaries, but still accept them as they are.
I know thieves that don't
You gotta
steal from their people.
I gotta trust a snake to be a
Y'all
snake.
know I gotta follow with this
Come
one.
on,
right?
with
Come on through.
Sure.
So if I have a friend I can grow up with, I know he's thief. You know what I'm saying? So I
Period.
know I gotta put this in underneath the bed, and when he come
He might
around,
tell
this
one of
snake-
his friends.
But I got some thieves
That's
that
also thieves.
got some honorary and thievery. Was like, that's my man's. I'll never steal from him. Cause regardless, I'm still because he might be a friend. I still survive. But I know regardless, I don't have to steal it from around him.
Right.
So I'll never
And
sit
see,
there and
make a
break
lot
that
of money
bond,
doing
right?
a lot of
But
weird shit.
that same type of thief, right? So I'm over here in this area. It's some shit that jumped off this net, right? If I really want this motherfucker to pay back, hey man, hey little skateboard, come on over here. Let me introduce you to my mans. You know what I'm saying? This is my payback. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta steal from you because I ain't no thief. But my mans will steal from you.
That's what he do.
You feel me?
That's the
But
setup.
that's my man.
So he set
You know what I'm saying? I
set
fucks
somebody
with
up,
him.
champ.
You know what I'm saying, huh?
What is
They
you
ain't about
talking
to,
about?
no, I ain't about to say no. No. Whatever you did wrong to me, right? I'm gonna bring somebody around that's gonna do wrong for you. That's not setting up. You gonna choose and assess if you gonna fuck a dog. You know what I'm saying? We
Well,
on the block.
I would
we
think
on the
that,
block, right?
Champ,
Nigga,
I think you're right, but I think I would take that out of the
You're
TV
definitely
and
an
make that-
accessory in the damn
Well,
crime,
I
sir.
think I would make
Hold
that
on.
more of a spiritual thing.
Fuck.
Oh, listen, hold on, listen though.
I think that would make that more of a spiritual thing in regards to the fact of, being aware of how interacting with one person can lead to something that can lead to something else, and being aware of who you're interacting with. I think that still can be related back to
Yes.
your choice of friendship and how you choose friends and what friends you choose.
Do you believe y'all believe in karma?
Absolutely. And
Karma
I
is
was gonna
real,
speak on
and
that.
it
Karma
don't
is
need your
definitely real.
help.
Right. So
That part.
It don't need your help?
I gotta follow it, huh?
Karma don't
Karma
need
don't
your
need
help.
you to intervene. It's gonna karma
Yeah.
gonna
Hold
hit.
on.
Or
Does the
push you
universe
forward.
do the universe use you to make the go about their point or their mission?
You are always a vessel.
I have been used to be karma for people.
Absolutely, you gotta accept that
Yes,
too.
absolutely.
You gotta wear that.
I used to call myself
Good and
karma.
bad.
Like I yeah.
So listen
People
now,
will
listen
come
what
for
y'all
you.
said.
They gonna come for you.
If have you been used to serve karma? Have you been used to serve karma?
I think everybody has. if
Right,
they
exactly,
realistic.
right. So this is my my mindset, my philosophy, my ideology. Like, I'm a God body. I have God like powers. You know what I'm saying? I can
Ashe.
create, I can destroy.
Bro.
God
Ashe.
will sit
Bro.
there. Can
Ashe.
God will create karma. God will sit there and shoot you karma. You know what I'm saying? So if this person that did me wrong, whatever, this and that, you know what I'm saying? I have that power here. Let me shoot that karma to him. Like, I'm not I'm not putting the blue. Hold on.
You
I'm not
no, that's spell work. I'm sorry to tell you. You don't know that's what
right.
you're saying. You're saying what you're saying,
Exactly.
but you're talking about spell work. That's a whole nother level of bullshit bitches be on.
Hold
Period.
on, listen, man.
Period.
We're
When you
talking
get to
about
wishing bad on somebody,
no,
because
it's not
they
wishing
fucking
bad
with you
on
and all
nobody.
That is spell work.
That's not wishing bad on nobody.
Okay, and you manipulate karma. You gonna call it down right now.
But see, people that do that
that's spell work.
under the wrong type of a pretense end
gotta
up
know what
having
you're
that
doing out
shit
here.
drop back down on that.
Exactly. So
definitely coming
everything that you do, everything that I do, I put a whole lot of thought into it. You know what I'm saying? So we spiritual, we sit there and speak to our higher God, you know what I'm saying, how you know what I'm saying, however you perceive it, how you understand and comprehend anything. That's the higher intelligent. You know what I'm saying? He controls everything.
Right.
He actually controls your
vengeance
thinking,
is
right?
mine.
So granted, he give us a free will to think, right? But at the same time, he's still controlling our think. Our thinking is only going to go so far because he has a design.
Oh, I don't know.
He has it written.
That's deep.
He has it written. So we can sit there and like, our minds can go all the way over here.
Saying.
But he still is the puppeteer. He's still controlling it.
People get into that mindset that you're speaking of, right? Mm-hmm. And they haven't done the work to be that. Right, so they still functioning from ego. They still functioning from lack. They still functioning from trauma because they doing that, but they're not doing it from the right place.
Right.
They haven't grew themselves. They haven't learned. They're not doing this from a good place. It's not what you're doing. It's how you're doing it. They haven't done the work to yield that kind of power, but that power yet exists, and they are manipulating that power.
So I agree with you 100%.
Thank you for saying that once in a life so far.
Hold on. Is when we see everything that's going on around us, right? It's already written.
It's nothing new.
It's already written. You know what I'm saying? So whatever we choose to do, it was already written. It was already planned and pre-programmed in us.
That's
you know
why sometimes we had the
fight.
premonitions and we can see shit before it happens.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I was just talking about that. Like, if you believe in deja vu and them premonitions, understand everything is already written.
Having deja vu like
so when everything is written, don't fight everything that you think. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You take time to meditate. And with that meditation, you
gotta do the work.
You
start work out the best outcome for yourself.
Exactly.
You gotta do the work.
Exactly. So if I might have to keep on dealing with this person for whatever reason, and I have to sit there and show him an example, right?
Yeah, you have
but
to.
I can't show him an example because it's going to sit there and grow and it's going to snowball, right? But I can sit there and throw him a curveball. You know what I'm saying? Man, let me go show him an example, right? So that's going to register in his hand. So the next time you encounter me, you know what I'm saying? You already got the karma. So I'm going to sit there and tell you in so many words how to fucks with me. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to choose that because you'd already experienced it because I just sit there and showed you how I feel. You know what I'm saying? So when we sitting there talking about like we got God like powers, like we can sit there and correct. But over time, God is sitting there telling us he over there controlling everything. You know what I'm saying? It's a balance.
In control.
It's a balance. Like you sit there like, oh, people don't know what they doing and all that, this and that. You know, he creates us all to set examples. You know what I'm saying? If we read any religious book, it's to lead by example.
It absolutely is.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's the glory. That's the glory of it all.
In every book that's written, the mission is do to others as you want others to do to you. That is the message in every book that you read. Do to others as you want others to do to you, right? And that's the same thing by living your life and setting an example. When you set an example, now you're telling that people, this is how I want to be treated. So if you don't want to treat me how I should, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. But don't forget, I'm going to treat you how you want to be treated in the examples that you set.
Absolutely. And that's why some people teach you to treat them bad because they set back.
And granted, a lot of them don't even know that. You know, it's like, granted, no offense, but when a woman be like, yeah, I'm a bitch, this and all that, this and that. Don't get mad when I treat you like a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Now, these niggas, when they be sitting over here like, nigga, I'm a gangster. Don't feel insulted when I treat you like a gangster.
Oh, yeah, I'm a real nigga, but then we
you
get
real
treated
nigga,
like a nigga.
Real niggas.
You know what I'm saying? So
like a real actual nigga, you get treated like a real.
If you a real nigga, you a gangster, you a thug, you a gangster. So when I get to talking tough to you, nigga, take it then. Don't start getting all extensive. Oh, who you talking to like that? No, nigga, you's a gangster, nigga. So we gonna have this gangster talk. So you gonna talk gangster back to me? Cause it ain't gonna be a point of I said something, you back down, or you said something, I back down. We just gonna sit there and say each other assertively to each other, and we gonna come to agreement to agree, or we gonna come to agreement to disagree, and we gonna bang it out. Just that simple. It ain't boring. Oh, you said something that hurt my feelings. That's not gangster. You know what I'm saying? You're going to take the same type of way that you assert yourself, you're going to accept it, and we sit there going to bang it out. You know what I'm saying? Then we got females, if they say that, oh, I like to be spoiled, I want to be, understand, that's how you're going to be treated.
So, Champ, let me ask you this. Yeah. I don't want to have a cutoff question, but so have you ever had an experience where you had like a friendship gone wrong or bad or left?
Yeah.
So.
Plenty of them.
Are you accountable for that yourself, or is it all the person's fault?
No. I've been accountable for fucking up friendships.
Oh,
I've been accountable.
What the fuck you do?
Shit.
Really?
Plenty of times.
Dang.
Let me just speed you up. I done lived in 5 states. I done lived in 5.
right.
She wasn't expecting that.
Just had to learn, like, shit, I done fucked up friendships. I done lived in 5 states growing up.
Right.
So you imagine, I go from school to school to school. You know what I'm saying? Only my survival in the streets is making friends. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So that was a learning experience. You know what I'm saying? It's trying to adapt to adjust. So I learned, you know what I presumed, what I tried to assume, I fucked it up with dog. It wasn't his fault. It was my fault. You know what I'm saying? Because I had an exploratory mind, and I took a chance on this, and that. And so, I fucked it up. I dropped the ball. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And honestly, it was probably when I got my teenagers that could actually have that conversation. When I was younger than that, it was like my older brother. He had to bring me to, like, I banged dog on the block, and his brother banging me. And I'm looking at my brother, he just standing there. You gonna learn today. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He ain't jumping in or nothing. You gonna learn today. You know what I'm saying? So then stuff started to, you know what I'm saying, started to click. You know, the wheels started rolling. It's just like, I gotta make better decisions. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Real. So it's just like, I'm the one to be in bad friends because I'm walking around here cocky, like, I know who my brother is on the block and how they sit there and look at it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm in school, like, I can sit there and say whatever the fuck I want to say. You know what I'm saying? Because one, I'm going to win 75% of the fights, but I ain't going to win them all. You know what I'm saying? So it was probably like 15 when I started, 14, 15, I learned I ain't going to win them all. You know what I'm saying? So now I got to choose. But a lot of times, you know what I'm saying? These are friends that I'm fighting. These ain't just strangers just out here, this and that. It goes from, we playing around.
You fighting motherfuckers you know you can beat and shit.
No, I done lost to some. Some that I knew I couldn't beat, but I couldn't go out like no hoe. You know what I'm saying? Like, I done sit there and picked up a rock, chased a nigga down, you know, and that. Like, I know, but, you know, that first instant when you had that first confrontation, it's like, I'm real bollock, like, I'm ready. And then, bing, 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 bing.
I
already had a plan, like, once he started beating me up, I'm about to go get that brick. You know what I'm saying? So now, you know, he a friend. Oh, he don't fight fair and all this, man. Nigga ain't no rules in this fight. Ain't no such thing as a fair fight. You know what I'm saying? But it was just like, those was my experience. You know what I'm saying? It's like where I was a bad friend because this is my attitude. You know what I'm saying? This talking shit, you know. But it's like, far as loyalty, like, it been time we've been arguing out still loyalty just because, you know, we was on bad terms. Mm-hmm. And then I used to expect, like what you just said, you want them to be the friends that you are. And then I had to learn, like, everybody ain't going to be the same friend that I am. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm still learning that to this day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a tightrope.
I feel like I ain't never really lost no friends unless I lost motherfuckers who really didn't like me in the first place.
Oh, gosh, really?
Yeah, I said part that. I lost some friends. I lost some friends on myself.
It would have never went that way.
And I definitely ain't, and I would say this, it's not even arrogantly. I don't feel like I ever fucked no friendships up. It was people who expected to have unrealistic expectations for me.
Yeah.
And because I didn't, they couldn't cash in on whatever it is that they was trying to.
Yeah, it's like two sides. Like,
I
never used nobody. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody in this world could ever sit there and be like, Dad, use me. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't never lost no friendships on using. You know what I'm saying? I lost friendships of not being there. You know what I'm saying? I lost friendships not reciprocating the same attention. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Just because my mind would be somewhere else. Like, damn, it should have been over here. But opportunities, like what we just explained, is like I was over here because of an opportunity. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And put that over the friendship. Knowing that I'm taking a risk on this opportunity. Not knowing that if it's gonna go good or bad, versus I lost a good friend.
You risked the friendship for a possibility and opportunity.
It was a risk. Where this was a guarantee over here.
Well, you know, I had said something also when she said she wanted to have this topic tonight, and I said let's make sure we talk about the instigators and the enablers. Right?
We getting there.
Somebody who see you have a friendship and then they come in like and start being negative toward and you know making divide, essentially pitting y'all against each each other, you know, bullshit going on. They can vent to this person, but talk to this person about you and talk to you about this person. And they just essentially playing two eyes to the middle the whole time. You know what I mean? And instigating the fucking bullshit. And I hold them people accountable for friendships going bad too, because if anything, you push that person to get over it or work it out. You know what I mean? Like, don't come to me. I don't have that kind of I'm not on that vibration of bullshit. So don't come to me with that. You know what I mean? I don't want to get involved. I don't have no opinion. You know, I don't know what's going on between y'all, because I've been accused. I mean, not accused, but people have come. I feel like people come to ask me, was like a threesome gone wrong, and it's like, what the fuck did you mean? No, of course not. Like, no, we just fell the fuck out. You know, no. Like, how creative is that?
I think that's a lot of people's problems.
Like,
they can't
don't get involved.
They can't identify what broke up the friendship because they don't want to take.
And they want to speculate and speculate.
Yeah.
It's like,
especially when it comes to outside energy or instigators. Like, that's why I believe communication is key in whatever type of relationship you got, but especially with your friendships. Like, I expect to be able to communicate directly with my friend, you know, let them know what my problems is with them, you know, let them know my past. I'm an open book. If I consider you my friend and open you into my life, you know me in and out. Like, I'm very open, very transparent. And I expect for my friend to be the same way. A lot of times it may not be that way, you know, that's, you know, we could get on that. But communication is key.
Communication and comprehension. Right?
And comprehension,
yeah. If they're not comprehending,
right? Communication out the window. I hate when people just use discommunication. We gotta add comprehension every time we say the word communication, because people believe communication. Because I'm verbally saying words, you saying words. That's communicating.
You got to be able to receive it and then come back.
Communicator,
you know, to keep that conversation going.
Right. You don't mean that.
It's like you didn't sit there and said 5 statements, right? But they held on to their last statement and didn't reply to nothing that you said. And went all the way back to square one. Like, man, this
of all,
conversation
you said 3 things. I'm gonna address all 3 things you said. First of all, like I love people who talk like that.
Yeah.
Like, they listen to all that. I was like, I'll let you talk. Now be quiet. I'm gonna say something about all that you just said. And you start at square one. First of all, now you can blame me. Like, you gotta blame for every point. I'm good with that. It's my fault.
When you do have the healthy communication and comprehension with a friend, that kind of weeds out anybody trying to come in and like tarnish what you develop with somebody else. So the naysayers, the instigators, like, they don't have no room because you and your friend had already talked about it.
Yeah.
You know, so then you spotted the dead weed. Okay, now it's time to let her out. You know.
It's a point that Tanisha made earlier before we got on air about criticism and friendships. That is a very big focal point on friendship.
I tried to tell that bitch she was wrong. She didn't even hear me. I was trying to tell her this happened. You was like, you know, like, she wrong. She know she wrong. How she didn't know she was wrong?
Women
it's like, no, but it's the way you went at her. You know what I mean? She might know she wrong, but it's the way you went at her. It's like, no, bitch, don't come at me like that. I don't care who you is and what kind of relationship we got. Don't disrespect me.
Women tell other women that they wrong.
Absolutely.
Heck yeah.
In my spaces.
Wrong.
Bro.
In my spaces they do.
No, my biggest one is
whoa.
Look, you acting retarded.
Oh, hell no.
It get worse than that. Like, hey, you being retarded. Like, hey, you acting stupid. Like, women get down on each other. Like, what?
I know.
When we see y'all talking, this seems like whatever a woman does is go ahead, girl. You get fanfare for it and shit.
You get a lot of like, no, sis, that wasn't the move.
And that's the problem too, because you'll have people that'll try to boss up. You know, you got to know your place, and a friend not gonna try to boss up on you, and you know, use whatever the relationship for power over you. And you get into a lot of those type of situations too, where a person want to have power and dominance over your spirit or over your energy because you befriended this person.
Those are egos.
You know,
definitely ego.
It's as an ego-driven aspect, absolutely. And they see that, and it's like, no, you only can be my friend. Where you was at? What you was doing? Oh, that nigga ain't shit. Now they only want you to be around them. And I've met women with that type of energy as well, like possessive type friends. And I'm not feeling that. And I'm not feeling that either. And when you reject that, those people get very angry as well. Like these are people that get angry. It's like, why y'all fighting? It's like, I don't know. But those are the possessive type friends that want to like own, control you. Want you to be their only friend, their only source of energy.
They're just overwhelmed.
Like energy vampires.
Yes.
So what if you have no friends that really truly cherish your friendship and they get overwhelmed and get selfish. They want all the attention.
What if they're going through something that's understandable?
Though.
What if they're going through something that's understandable?
They just have a good time.
Me.
Everything has to be negative. It's just a positive thing. I have a good time with y'all all the time, and then it actually becomes an addiction. Like, I want to be around them all the time because it makes me feel good.
I mean, I think that's a good thing. I don't think it's bad to want to be around a good energy or your good friends.
You know what I'm saying? Then it counterbalances where it's now you want to be around your other friends, but they're overbearing. It's like, I want all the attention, and then you be around the other
like
friends,
and then they get jealous. And this weekend we doing this, and this weekend it's like, no, this weekend I said I was gonna come to somebody's wedding, or I got something to do with my, And
like then they mad if they don't get invited, but and if they do get invited, go over there. Now you have to show them attention. Yeah, and they feel like, oh, you invited me, and I'm sitting here, but you was all with your friends.
Man,
but here's the opportunity.
That's just childish.
And you know what? I see shit like that all the time in people's Facebook comments. Right, people hanging out like no invite.
Yeah, man.
Like what the hell? Like, oh, you feel some kind of way because your friends is hanging out without you.
Yeah. I mean,
I ain't thought about you not an hour ago, not yesterday, not last week. Soon as a picture that you with your other friends, now
like,
a jealousy overwhelms them. You could have told me. You having fun? What about me? I ain't getting no invite, this and that. But what was you doing during those days?
Or you're not part
that
of this
you didn't invite me?
Friends.
Huh?
You're not part of this friend
It's
group.
a different energy. I mean, sometimes we have our friends in different categories.
I'm the type of friend. If you're appropriate, I invite you around all my friends. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so what you think?
I like you mentioned earlier. You had a friend that's a thief. You had a friend that's a liar or cheater or whatever. You had them in certain categories. So it's certain friends. Like I wouldn't bring my friends from the hood. Around my spiritual friends because I know that they.
It all depends on what the event is.
No.
Unless it's my birthday party. My birthday party was the only time I ever mixed in all my groups.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's why I say certain events where they can collectively be around each other. So like you said,
she said all my groups.
If I'm around my professional,
and they all loved it. They loved it
because it's a balance.
Yeah,
it's a balance because we got a part of each other.
Person, you know what I mean?
Listen, you gonna see all my different elements.
Yeah, I'm a whole person.
Your spiritual friends, they party. You know what I'm saying? They let loose sometimes and this and that. Get outside their self, and now they're sitting there seeing people that who they are when they get outside their self. So at this very moment, I can interact with you. But on a regular, from 9 to 5, I can't interact with these people.
I mean, because you can't even hold a conversation with them. You're not that self-aware,
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When you party, I can hold a conversation because we like, hey, yeah, that's just funny on the wall. You know what I'm saying? So, they have some type of in common at that moment when you partying. There's a conversation that can be had. But then, all of a sudden, now you talk about spiritual stuff.
Well, that's the reason why you can't hang out with people that's at your job, right? They feel like they're your friends because of the close proximity that you have with them every day.
You spend more time with them than your family,
right?
You help one each other. You help one another, and you kind of think that.
I'm not helping them. I'm doing my job.
No, you build. I've been at my job a long time, so
I've built friendships working at Chrysler.
No, I'm not saying that you can't.
A handful can't. It's very.
But those are the people who have like minds with something in common with.
Yeah,
outside of work. These are people that would be your friends
outside of work. If it wasn't for work,
yeah. But some of people that just you have nothing in common with them but that job.
Work. That's true. That's very, very true. Unfortunately,
and now we're friends, and again,
I've experienced that a lot
as leverage to get out of you. And then when you can't take me to work. I thought we was friends. Like, no, what the fuck you mean?
Right.
You live on that 23,000 miles.
At this point, if you need a ride, you can't be my friend.
Straight.
I'm just giving an example of.
Almost. I'm telling you. It's difficult because they expect so much, and that's just a baseline 3D level expectation. That because you're my friend, and you going that way, that you should give me a ride. And
you have to gauge those people if I'm going to give them a ride or not. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not even
what is your reason that you need a ride?
You don't have a car. I don't give a fuck. It's the reason you don't have a car.
What if that car is
I had a season where I didn't have a car.
What if that car was shot for one day?
I was in between cars before.
No, but I mean, if you're not, and it's not one thing or another, is if you're not reciprocating that energy, right? If I'm available for you for X, Y, and Z.
All right, well, say
that.
Right.
Say that.
You never even.
Don't say you don't want no scrubs, hanging no love for me, sitting on the passenger side of your homeboy's ride.
Be riding in caddies and all that shit. You ain't gonna ride.
I'm just saying, if the energy not being reciprocated, then it just become a ride. It just become a help. You just become charity almost.
You're a crutch,
And you think it's one thing or another, but at this point, you just charity because you're not reciprocating the
And then you have to be careful how nice you be to people and how much you give them, right? Because the moment that you can't do it, and even sometimes because you can't do it no more. I mean, or you don't want to, you can't, right?
Yeah.
I don't have the gas, right? Or I don't have the time. Now I'm wrong. You know what I mean? Because they become enabled and so used to and dependent on you doing this thing for them. You know what I mean?
Then they turn around and get mad at you.
You gotta be careful how nice you are to people. You can't just be giving all the time. Just because people look for people like that just to prey on.
Yeah, they do.
And I feel victim to
that.
So many
to help get from point A to point B, it's just like, okay, I got over that season, and I use that person to get through that season, and that's cool. I'm happy with that,
Yeah.
And this person, if you don't want to carry me through another season, then that's cool, but it ain't cool
it's people
because
that
I'm
make
dependent on this
careers out of
person
that.
for the next season. Con artists.
Homosexuals, right?
Well,
they need a place to stay.
Sometimes, in people's
lives, I know them kind of friends too that need a place to stay.
In people's lives, they made bad judgments.
That's not good either. I mean, we can go.
I said homosexuals.
Like we can go around the world with
relationships
people,
just to find somebody
how people reasons why people would come and build friends. You know what I mean? Also been, we women, so we go through a lot with other women. You know what I mean? So
like
it's
the fellas don't go through a lot.
Y'all do. I mean, you got a homeboy.
I don't think that's what she was saying.
No, I'm not saying that we do and you don't. You got
that's what they do to us though. They know I gotta say. I gotta touch it.
Because I'm sure you got homeboy want to sleep on your couch. You think he can do X, Y, Z, and not paying to sleep on your couch.
Homeboy want to sleep on my couch.
Like, and want to have a girl over.
I've been through all that.
Like at your house.
I've been through that.
You go to work, he's still on the couch. Like, we've been through the whole cycle.
And then you fall out with that person. Every button in the house.
And now
that's terrible.
Now you fell out. How you fell out when we was living together, and like it's just a matter. And sometimes that type of stuff just comes down to respect, because regardless of why this person it's character issues, right? Because regardless of why this person did what they did to help me, they helped me, and I should respect that and respect them. A lot of people don't see it that way. And I was watching a TV show, and the guy had needed a person, because he was a gay guy. He needed some assistance from his friend girl. And she let him come move in. Every day he wanna go talk about her marriage and how her marriage ain't right for her and how she not happy. And the husband like, motherfucker, I let you come live in my house, and this what you gonna talk shit about me and what I got going on because now you living in our house. People do that kind of stuff, and they don't understand why the friendships break up. Because if I had to choose between you and my man, I'm sorry, you gotta go. You living in our house, we helping you. At least you can do is respect the relationship.
The audacity of someone in that position to come in and then criticize someone who has a house.
Yeah.
Right? Let's start there.
Yeah.
You got a house.
Well, being friends.
Or they got a ride.
This is like the most important focal point of being friends. Is you have to be neutral amongst your friends' other friends. Because it's Sue's side of the story. If you're friends with them and that other friend, you're going to be biased. It's only in human nature that you're going to be biased. And you have to check yourself to be neutral, because it's only in nature that you're going to be biased. So
you know what, though? That's part of the reason why I don't probably have too many friends. Because I'm not going to be, I'm going to do, and it's like the Leo in me, I'm going to be real with you. I'm like, if you wrong, you fucking wrong. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to tell you that, and some people can't handle that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Especially when it's raw. And you are not sugarcoating the shit that you're saying. You know what I mean? Some people you got to talk to them in the way that they need to be talked.
So
I don't talk to them people.
Piggybacking off of that though, Mark.
I don't talk to them people.
Like
not only you got to say the right thing, but you got to say it in the right way.
Yeah.
Them people, they want a pity party.
Yeah.
They want a pity party.
I can't do it.
You know what I'm saying?
So like, what draws the line though with like telling a friend the truth? Being truthful versus.
I'm not going to say it in a manner that's going to make you feel insultive. Like I'm insulting you. I'm going to say it in a manner that it's advice. Like how I'm gonna word it. It's going to be worded in advice and not taking shots at you.
You know
or judging you.
If what I'm saying to you is offending you, then you're offending yourself because I'm telling the truth. That's how.
But then also as being a friend, you have to actually say it for them to understand that.
Me as a friend, like this is the reason
why
some people like me and some people don't.
But we have to
say it in an insulting manner.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Where would you draw the line?
It's how you say it for them to understand that I'm telling you as a friend versus you receiving it as an insult or you receiving it as an attack. Where when she said how you draw the line, it's like, look, my tone, my mannerism, and the words that I choose to use to express talking about your flaws, it's like I'm telling you with a solution. I'm not sitting there telling you about the problem. I always will go and sit there and tell you what the solution. Okay, you did this, and that, but this is the solution. If you always to keep on talking about a problem to a person, they're going to take it as an attack. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
And I feel like this, and your question is, when is it enough?
Or just like, what draws the line? Because, like, I mean, a lot of people, well, I can't say a lot of people. Me personally, I communicate truthfully. So, like, if you ask me something, I'm going to tell you the truth. A lot of times people don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to see themselves.
And that's all.
They want
they want you to answer the way they expect you.
But this is how I feel.
These are the people that want you to tell them what they want to hear.
Exactly.
How they want to hear
about themselves.
This how
and that's how I have had friendships end.
Yeah, right. I was going to say this causes a lot of conflict for me, right? Because at some point I'm not going to have an opinion anymore because when I give you opinion, you're defensive. When I try to say something, it's, why? What you mean? I'm, just take what I'm saying and that's what I'm saying. What you mean? Why you say that? If you give me that kind of response, I might not even argue at the time. I might just be like, oh, okay, well, do what you want to do. But after so many of those type of conversations, I'm not going to have those conversations. And then when you feel that breakaway, you're going to think I'm wrong because it's like, oh, you being distant, you acting funny.
Or they feel like they won the battle when you cut it all. Like,
and
they won.
Hey, look, I give people the battle. I give them the
glory.
I give them the trophy, the award. You won. Now what you gonna do with that? You won.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like
I got a quote that'll be on the book. Like when you see friends fall out on Facebook and they want to go back and forth, this and that. It's a Special Olympics. When you sit there and see two friends going back and forth,
and you got to talk about having friendship with mentally ill people.
Even if you win, you're still retarded. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? When you go back and forth with friends, you did this and that,
the same mental illness.
And we was friends. The foundation that we was friends. So we had an issue, and your whole goal is to sit there and show me that I was wrong. You wanted to demean me the whole night. Right. Okay, you won. You still look retarded because once upon a time, that was your friend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you take this small little moment to supersede this whole moment of we being friends. You look retarded. Mm-hmm. Because why wasn't that little moment resolved? Because how does that supersede the whole thing? Now, there is little moments that a person was disloyal to you and did some whole shit that you got to remove them as friends. But for the most part, if you're addressing it, going back and forth, obviously it wasn't really that big because you still want to address it. Because if it wasn't really that big, you're done with that person. I'm not talking about it no more. I'm not reliving those feelings. I'm not holding on. Them feelings really hurt. I don't want to keep on talking about it. I'm done with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't fuck with them. You feel me?
Period.
But if you want to go back and forth, it's because it really ain't that serious. You just want an apology.
You just want attention.
Yep, you want to
keep it going. Yeah, that's your only identity. That has become your identity at this point.
Those type of interactions and going back and forth, later down the line, they back together again.
And that's why I talk about the instigators, because sometimes they do end up back together, sometimes they don't. But that's why I talk about the instigators, because you should just don't enable or hype the situation, because you don't know that situation before you know that. Them people could be friends again 2 years later or whatever. You know what I mean? I'm not that type of person. I don't go back and forth with nobody.
The instigators already operating in misery. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's a trauma bond at that point. Yeah, I'm not interested in
the fact that you're so focused on the downfall or trying to, bring somebody else down or their flaws. Like, worry about yourself. What's going on in your world? You know what I'm saying? So you're showing me how miserable.
Have a travesty of a life.
That's how I feel.
Like they're miserable as hell.
That's what it look like.
I mean, usually, it'd be a travesty why people want to exert negativity, when they want to exert misery, because they want everybody to follow them. You know what that remind me of? We all around the same. Ghostbusters.
Look,
Ghostbusters 2 when the evil was coming.
This show,
huh?
You already. You about how old is you, Mark? This is the only show he ain't at. We all around the same age. How old is you, Mark?
I caught on.
You remember Ghostbusters?
But Ghostbusters had a misery. Ghostbusters had a message in that Ghostbusters 2 when they seen the evil that was coming up from the earth, and then everybody started attacking each other. You know what I'm saying? And it really was like a message from the Bible when the Messiah came back and brought back peace and chaos. You know what I'm saying? But now I was like, we have to bring back our peace. Y'all sitting over here waiting for Messiah to come back. We have to do that ourselves. That's why I be like, we got bodies, we got life. We have that power to bring back peace. start using your powers.
Oh, that's a great aspect and perspective, because it do come down to that's macro level.
Yeah.
In which you speak of, right? That's macro level communication, relationships, and relationship building with people outside of your household, and it's just society and living in society today. You have to develop that. You have to develop those skills and that mindset to do that. And the fact that we, even on a micro level, are having these small conflicts, we not gonna be. You can't think that you're gonna be successful without me, or I'm gonna be successful without you. We have to work these energies out and earn this out if we're gonna be a successful people. And I don't mean as in race, but I mean as in generationally speaking. You know, like even if you want to say Detroiters, because this is this is where we live, so I can say that's my community. And so even if we're gonna be prosperous here, we're not gonna do it outside. With falling out with one another and going in this area and falling out with people over there and going over that area and falling out with people over there. Oh, that used to be my friend, and nobody is really. It's no positive energy flowing because all these blockages, blockages in the community.
Everybody want to one-up each other.
Yeah, you have to overcome that. We're going to have to overcome that.
And like Detroit, we 80% black. And they'll sit there and talk about the racist aspect of it. But we deal with more classism than we do with racism.
It's classism. Yes,
you know what I'm saying? Everybody want to one-up. Everybody, I'm this and I'm that. And I'm sitting over here like, majority of Detroit make $50,000 or under. No cap. You know what I'm saying? So ain't nobody doing one better than another. Yeah. It's because you went over here to this mall and bought this and this and that, and this person chose not to. Now I'm better than you and all that, this and that. Or you got better credit than the next person. That's not yours. You borrowed it. It still ain't paid for. But you want to make like I'm better than you because now we're at a point in classism is my status is because I can borrow. I can get loans better than you versus I can sit there and show you that I can work hard and spend and don't owe nobody nothing for what I got.
That's not an aspiration.
Yeah, that's not a flex. That's not a flex. I went to the credit. I used my credit card. You know what I'm saying? I went and financed this car. Like, oh yeah, I got this caddy truck, but you put $10,000 down. Your note is $1,200. That's not a flex.
But don't be judging nobody. No,
you know what I'm saying? No, that's not even judging. That's just not talking about your friend. But I'm talking about generally just like
no,
the
that's
flex.
not my life. That is not my life. Yeah. I'm saying.
I'm talking about the big boy, the 100,000 boy. You know what I'm saying? You come down to 100,000.
You talking about people that's basically living above their means.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
To flex on their friends, just to say we're friends and we ain't really friends.
Man,
to flex on people that's not even paying them no attention.
Hey, Mark, will sit there and see this, right? How many homeboys you see, right? As soon as they get their whip,
on their friends.
They spin the block 100 times in one day, right? Now female in sight.
That's how guys.
But you burning up the block. Back
you know something I noticed in guy friendships too is guy friends, and I can say this. We had the guy friendship show. Guy friends are quick to kind of go behind their dude's back, and come on a girl almost.
Yeah, man, what?
Like that's weird
to
me.
So
this culture right now.
And then they still be friends.
This culture right now.
Like, how y'all still friends?
I
remember he did this to my baby mama, and I'm like, wait a minute, y'all still friends?
This culture right now.
That's how men do.
That's what it is. Like,
man,
it's backdooring.
It's backdooring.
It's backdooring. Like
they've normalized it.
It's normal. Like that's friendship going. That ain't a friendship gone wrong.
Yeah.
I don't get it, but they've normalized it.
They want to talk about what us women do.
But look, bros over hoes, like they still mad at that hoe for choosing. But your homeboy the one step.
It's two sides to it, right? Where dude backdooring another dude, right? And he has success. He backdoor another dude, has success, right? And it's the woman that entertains it.
So the man not
So we
wrong
have to talk about both sides.
Whether just because he's successful with it, mean he not wrong
That's
for
like
doing
your
it.
sleep with your man,
like
right?
that ain't cool.
When I sit there and say that, that's not excusing his behavior, but we have to look at both behaviors. He won't keep on doing it if the women wasn't accepting it.
Yeah, but you gotta tackle the initial behavior that went wrong.
The initial behavior was him creating contact, initiating contact with her, right?
No, but I've heard women say, I don't understand why a woman can forgive her boyfriend 1,000 times, but then don't want to be friends after one incident. right?
Wait, they talking about the dude?
Yeah, like the dude can
I'm
get away with
tell you
X,
why.
Y,
You
and
get
Z,
your-
I'm gonna tell you
but
why.
your friend can't get, you know, as soon as they do something, you cut
cut
them
your
off.
friend
You don't
off.
want friends no more.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Yeah.
You talking about the between the man and the female, where the man will cut the female? Like, I don't even want to be friends
No, I
with
mean,
him.
like a guy, you saying to me that a guy do the same thing in terms of if he can backdoor you and y'all can still be friends.
No, I wasn't saying that.
She's saying like a woman will cut her female friend off before she cut her man off. Her man could wrong her so many times that she'll take him back. But let that female friend mess up, she cut that female friend off quick.
Because the woman is dealing with that man out of emotions and love. A man is dealing with that female out of respect. And when that respect is gone, ain't no coming back. Ain't no repairing the damage.
So it's a respect
It's
issue.
easier to repair the damage on love than it is respect.
Yeah, it's a respect issue, I would
You know what I'm
say.
saying? Man look at respect like, I didn't put in all this work for this female.
Because
So if I put in all this work for this female, right, it's amount of time and energy that I put forth, right? So this man only had a small opening, this and that, and he achieved what I achieved in this short amount of time versus in the amount of time that it took me. Oh yeah, I ain't fucking with you.
So another thing I want to present, I see it circulate on Facebook a lot, but they say that you'll truly learn who your friends are, you know, when you either get a new job, when you get married, when you have a baby, you know, when you reach a new level in life, like your true friends
When
are
you grow.
exposed, or even grieving. And I could personally say, like, when I've had my moments of grieving and just like went into my own little shell, I've lost so many people who were just mad because I didn't reach out to them because I was trying to heal myself.
Whoa.
I was grieving. I'm trying to heal myself, and you mad at me?
You just touched the fucking nerve.
You mad at me because I didn't reach out to you
No,
because I
listen.
ain't check in and see how you was doing?
Man, listen,
What about you
I
checking
had-
on me?
Man, do you know I had a chick fake her death?
Wow. Wow.
Oh, shit.
I just got
I swear to no, man, listen, for real, dog. This girl faked her death, dog, because man, I had just lost somebody close to me, dog, and I was going through it because
she wanted that
because I
same
didn't-
amount
and
of attention and energy.
And man, and then she was mad at me because I didn't check on her because she supposedly had COVID, right? And she didn't even have COVID.
Also, she faked that too.
Man. And then then when I blocked her now because she's supposed to her fake COVID right now, she's texting me from other numbers. Now your friend is dead and shit.
Man, I be wanting to speak on shit, but I don't want to expose
I think,
friends.
I think it's a generational
I don't be wanting to
thing.
expose friends, man.
About that one, dog. Like, yo.
I think it's a
I done went through
generational
something
thing. These
similar,
people
man.
these days,
I
they
just
just
don't
don't. I mean,
expose
like I said, I got two friends that I've been friends with since high school. I mean, I'm talking ride and die. We got to do this. We about to do that. I mean, if some shit pop
that
off,
shit
we
was-
right there. Like,
That's
I don't
hilarious.
understand
I
these days.
forgot
You
all
got
about
friends
that.
these days. You be like, X, Y, Z happened. Yeah, but what did you do? Oh, you not the person I need to be calling. Like, I said X, Y, Z. Like, how you gonna question and doubt me when we friends? I'm not gonna put you in a bad shape or in danger or nothing like that. If I say let's
man,
go,
y'all.
let's go. You know, like
See,
that's,
dealing with
that's
stuff like that
trust
make me
level.
miss
You
my
gotta
friends.
have- you gotta be like,
Champ, give me the bottle.
get that,
man.
like,
No,
get that.
that's real
You
shit
ain't-
though.
We ain't riding, we ain't riding.
This closer to home with truth.
And then it's like, oh, well, if you think that's smart, fuck it. If I think it's smart, let's go. You know, I said, let's go.
this closer to home with you. Remember, I was like, yeah, my homeboy says, I know an old girl from your podcast. This, that, right? Talking about Kermit, right? I still got the same friends since we was 15 years old. Me and Kermit been friends since we was 15 years old. Me and Kermit had got into a fight in the locker room. Bang, 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 bang. You know what I'm saying? And we still friends to this day. Like, I still got the same crew of friends from high school to this day. Not to sit there and say it's perfect, you know what I'm saying?
It's not perfect.
But how
It's
it was
respectful.
formulated, it was just like, man, look, man, all we got is us. You know what I'm saying? The world is fighting us. Like, we black men, young black men, we out here trying to do us, this and that, this and that. We hanging out, this and that. It was just like, when we collectively, we are forced, we can't be beat. They can't beat us all together. You know what I'm saying? We form like Voltron. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, if you ever talk to Kermit, be like, you a Hills Boys? Like, we got a name, like, we the Hills Boys. You know what I'm saying? Like, no gang shit, nothing like that. It's like, man, after 9th grade, 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade, then we get out of high school, taking trips the whole 9, and we just all coming back collectively. Everybody's over here, this and that. So we actually have a group chat, like, we all tap in. So it be something we ain't seen for years, but we pick off where we left off at.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
I
saying?
love them kind of friends. The ones that live out of town and moved
like,
on and
our
some
parents
growth.
know each other. Like, you know,
They
we'll
have
be in the
growth.
hallways and we get to blazing like. People that mind, like, we'll be in the hallways blazing each other. We'll be at the lunchroom table blazing each other. And they'll hear us talking about each other, mama and daddies, right? So it'll be one person just out the loop and start laughing hard, like, whoa.
And
So
now
hold up, swole up. You know what I'm saying? But collectively, this us. We can laugh and joke about our parents, not you. You
And
feel me?
so- and
Or
that's
we
a
can
good
sit there and
point.
talk about each other.
I
Yeah.
think that friendships, good friendships are based on a basic level of respect for one another.
Respect.
And I think a lot of them
Respect.
go wrong when when
Respect.
one person becomes, and I'm not gonna say one person becomes disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
Because if one person thinks the other person is being disrespectful, they're being disrespectful because, you know, it's a matter of perception. So if one person is being disrespectful, they're being disrespectful. However, regardless of how, you know, that first person that feels disrespected address it, whether they pull back, whether they stop calling, whether they block you, whatever, you disrespected me. You know,
Right.
if you can own that, and we might can move on, but a lot of people don't want to own
Accountability.
you disrespected me.
You know why?
Yeah.
You
And
know,
so I think that a lot of friendships fall apart based on lack of respect.
you know why a lot of people don't own up to their disrespect? Because everybody has their different definition of respect.
And that's true too.
If you ask somebody what their definition of respect,
That's
you're going to get a different answer from
millennials don't know what
everybody.
it means.
So when you get an answer from everybody, and so your definition, and then you apply it to them, they're not going to accept it. They're not going to own up to it.
But I think that respect comes if you have a respect for a person, you communicate a certain way, right? You don't have to worry about me coming on you all hard. I'm gonna respect your feelings first. I'm gonna evaluate all situations, right? I'm gonna respect the friendship. I'm gonna value the friendship. I'm gonna say, is this worth ending the friendship? But I'm gonna consider all that before I come to you. So I'm gonna come to you in a certain way in which I'm contrite and I'm humble about the way I come to you about something because I respect you as a person, right? Like I know what you've been through. I know what you're probably thinking. I understand. I respect you enough to know that you think you're doing the right thing for yourself. This is what I think though, and I can come to you like that, and you can receive it. But when there's no respect, it can be no friendship. And I think that's the baseline of a lot of situations. If you're gonna sleep with a person behind a person's back with somebody, man, you're gonna move in their house and disrespect them. If you're gonna disrespect their relationship, whatever, all of that is just a matter of come down to respect and disrespect. And a friendship will definitely go wrong if there's no basic level of respect for one another. Elsa.
Talking about you in the chat. They say, shut up, let somebody else talk.
Ooh,
They talk for a whole 30 minutes. Y'all asked me like,
I had to shut up.
right, I see that. That's why I'm sitting over here. I'm like, straight. I was sitting there quiet. Everybody sit there. They asked me to sit there and talk. So I'm like,
Yeah, right.
You know, everybody choose who they want to
It's always next week.
Yeah.
They need a 2-hour show. I keep telling their asses. I don't know what the problem is. They need to come an hour early and just do 2 hours.
It'd be the
An
hour early.
Yeah.
It's an hour early.
It's the hour early.
It's a struggle already.
She
Can't
tapped
stay an hour late.
in after 40 minutes into the show.
Oh, okay. Oh, so
So
you gonna wrap us up
all
tonight?
in all, with friendships going wrong, I believe that it should be a prerequisite of just having constructive criticism as one of your, formulas with having a friend.
blocks.
Yeah, building block. I let all my friends know that that's where I stand at. Like, please get that to me. I hope that you're able to receive that too. But you should be able to grow with your friends.
Yeah,
so
I want to be used, just not misused.
Yeah, you gotta be
If
growing.
I'm useless. If I'm useless, then I'm good to nobody.
right,
And I want
you
to
want to be
good
used,
to
but
people.
healthily.
Right, if you use me to better yourself.
Absolutely,
Yeah, right.
absolutely.
Don't try to discard.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't try to use.
Like, let's grow together.
Let's grow together.
So we want to make sure we have communication, comprehension, and just like love overall. The silliness is not necessary. So friendships go wrong. This is the end of our talk.
And this is part one. We're gonna have more of these.
We're gonna definitely tap into some more.
We can get some guests
Right.
on here. We can get some guests on here to talk. This was for us because we had a lot to say.
And I
We're gonna
want
get some guests on
I
here
want
to
to
talk
shout
about
out my Tania and my Meech. Rest in peace to both of them, my best friends. They don't make them like they used to, but
Big
we
ups,
here.
Big ups.
Big ups. And signing out, Tapped In Talk. Osa, Tanisha, and Champ.
Peace.
Peace.
Good night and good day.
Warning.